Oh man, my dad was, he was the dad of all dads. I mean, really, everyone who knew him know how lucky I got in that department. Everything was more fun when my dad was around. One of the reasons he was most important to the food community isn't because of all the amazing foods he sourced or because of the sandwiches he created. I think it was because he approached everybody that walked through this door with assumed friendship. I use these words and they don't seem to capture it unless you knew him. And then people are like, oh yeah, that was Tony. He was my dad.
Tony was the true entrepreneur visionary. He saw something on the corner of 3rd and 3rd West, and within the first week, he had line out the door waiting to get a taste of these sandwiches. He gave a path and allowed people in, and they came and they were accepted and they were welcome, and they walked away with delicious food.
He set this standard that everyone was worthy of respect and worthy of value and worthy of kindness, and that trickled down to all of us and to the rest of his family, and it made us all want to be like him and make other people feel welcome, but it also made those people who did come in feel like this wasn't a scary place and this was a place where you could get excited about cheese and get excited about new things and new tastes.
You know, there's no way to truly memorialize Tony. The cheese is one interpretation of that. Part of our own healing process too is to continue to pay tribute.
This specific cheese, of course, is going to be encrusted in these beautiful flowers and herbs. That pays homage to the last job my dad did here, was taking care of those flowers. It just feels like the right thing to honor my dad with this cheese encrusted in beautiful herbs and flowers. To me, it's kind of like almost like a metaphor for his love, not only for work, but for people in this place, living on after death through this beautiful visual cheese that provides both literal and figurative nourishment for us who are going to eat it.
The people that went into making this cheese, between the herbs and the actual cheese and Antonia and all of the aging, it's people that want to be involved and want to create food that brings people together. Josh has a real talent for bringing comfort and peace to people, and cheese is one of the most comforting foods, and it was our first love here. I mean, the name always reminds me of these flowers and those mornings that he just spent quietly taking care of flowers and building this really beautiful space in the middle of a big, loud, noisy city. And it felt like refuge, and it felt like solace, and it felt like a piece of him is still here because of those flowers.
Tony's Flowers is the name of the cheese because it is what it is, and it just felt right. And we didn't want to get too fancy about it. Another thing that was very Tony, don't need to get too fancy.
He took so much pride in making those just lush, beautiful flowers. Ever since he's been gone, they're still there, and we take good care of them. We try our best, we water them every day, we give them the fertilizer, and they just don't look the same, but I know that love will live on through this cheese. I know he's smiling on us. I hear it's so crazy because since he's been gone and I start talking about things like this and I'm able to smile through an interview like this, I can hear him in me. It's the craziest thing. And it's also amazing, and because we miss him, you know?
And maybe that's what he was after the whole time, was like nourishing bodies through community or through food. And he did both.